Your Life in Sex Island, Chapter 3, Our Credit Card, page 54. What on earth happened? We hired 3 guys named Ben, Hank, and Chris to watch our house when we were gone, each to do his part and take his turn. Water the plants, feed, water, and walk the dogs, feed the cat, etc. You know, oversight. What a surprise when we returned. It's a 2-story house. From the basement, you could look straight up and see the sky in several places. The place was trashed. The dog's ribs were showing. The house was full of dog shit. The cat was so hungry that it was actually catching mice. That's desperation. The plants were dead. Does that describe a mess? We figured it would cost about $90,000 to repair the damage. So we figured the fair thing, since they had caused the damage they were experienced, that they, Ben, Hank, and Chris, should repair the damage to the house. So we gave them each a raise and $30,000 to do with as they pleased. Everyone knows that paying lots of money makes people honest and motivates them to work harder and smarter. We promised that we would not interfere with them whatever they did. They're experienced, honorable men. Now, some people might say, fire the sons of bitches, bring a lawsuit, put the bastards in jail. But that is un-American. That is not the American way. Okay, you're way ahead of me. You guessed it. It wasn't our house. It was the American economy, investment banking, and the stock market. And Ben, Hank, and Chris are Benjamin Bernanke, Henry Paulson, and Christopher Cox. Certainly in normal times, they would each receive an Oscar for the greatest professional liar, if the Academy had not been remiss by missing this category. But these are end times. These times that call forth the greatest. No one can successfully compete with Bush, Cheney, and Rove. As an engineer, I am personally against bringing back the guillotine. Not that they and all their Republican buddies in the big bucks bubble bath don't deserve it. They certainly do. It just hasn't worked out well in the past from an engineering standpoint. No, the guillotine works fine and would do a fine job on Ben, Hank, and Chris. But for the remainder of us, things can go terribly wrong, like a Coen Brothers movie. Who wants, oops, damn, shit, oops, damn, shit. Look at France's experience, or Russia's similar experience with poison and lead. This is discussed more in the Life and Sex chapter. The FBI is finally investigating. We can all rest in peace. I'll bet dollars against a witch's wand that they find someone. Yes, one of the poor little sweaty fat guys who you never heard of before, who only stole a couple $100,000, manning a Baltimore in the triremes, will be found with some food hidden under his bench. He'll be tried in a court of law. The corporate news people will be all over it like flies on a dead fish. The storyline will be, quote, we are getting all the bad guys who caused the Second Great Depression and the death dance of the dollar and the large liquidity leak. Yes, we are getting them all, unquote. The little sweaty fat guy will be severely sentenced, basically to time served in a country club, which, after the story has run out of gas, will be overturned on appeal or pardoned by the president just before midnight. To satisfy the public's bloodlust, there will be oversight, there will be regulation, there will be monitoring. The Democrats will demand it. The Republicans will accede as long as the unions are punished. The corporate news will praise the solution. Democrats, Republicans, corporate news. 3 groups of professional liars. I have given 2 synonyms for oversight, but there is a third. Corruption. Here is one example of the most recent. Quote, rampant corruption at U.S. agency responsible for collecting oil royalties by Kate Randall. Employees at the U.S. agency in charge of collecting royalties from energy companies have been involved for years in inappropriate and illegal behavior, including accepting gifts, handing out sweetheart deals, and engaging in sex and illegal drug use with oil company employees. This case is a little unusual in that the regulators were fucking the company that they're regulating. Usually they are just fucking us. But, like the word cleave, the word fuck in this case has two opposite definitions. When fucking the company, they had the literal ecstasy of having their dick in the company's employee's pussy. When fucking us, they merely had the pleasure of having their hand in our wallet. Every regulatory agency always goes this way. In LA, I was on the board of directors. We were oversight and regulators of our condo association. We served gratis. We all knew that we were not paid when we ran for office. But at the suggestion of our hired manager, we began going out for an annual dinner, taking along our life partners, with the condo association paying in secret. We went to a mighty fine restaurant and drank plenty of fine wines. I was on the wagon. It was over the top expensive. That's corruption. I went along without saying much. That, too, was corruption. Every regulatory oversight monitoring board degrades in the same way. There is always justification. There is always corruption. We also had auditors checking on us, another layer of regulators who checked our arithmetic but never bothered to check our management procedures. Did we go out for 3 bids for gardening, maintenance, etc.? This was no more oversight than rubberneckers at a construction site. There is not an exception. Utilities, mines, food, broadcasting, government contracts, meats, drugs, railroads, all privatization, always. Music, charities, churches, road building. The regulators and the regulated are always in a 69. The only time that they can breathe is when their partner farts. Professional liars are the norm. We have to stop here. Thank you for watching. Please purchase my book by clicking on the link in the description below. Thank you.